Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm actually going to go and teach you guys how to press some flowers and leaves and such, just like what I did here, because I know a lot of my friends have asked me how I did it, and I think it would just be nice to just do a simple, quick video on how to do it, or at least how I do it, and just kind of give you some tidbits and such on how to like press certain flowers. And yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, so I have all my flowers and my leaf that I picked. I only picked one just because, again, I didn't want to really do anything with leaves, but here we go. So I got a couple flowers, and I'm going to show you just the difference between these flowers and why they're good or why they're bad. Okay, so first, also, as with your flowers and your leaves, you're going to need a heavy book of some sort. We have this giant dictionary that I usually use, so I can use that. But if you don't have a giant dictionary, you can pretty much just take a book, put it in a book, and then just put a whole bunch of books on top. But as you guys can see, my books are in a row, so if your books are like that, you'll have to move some books out. Or you could put something extremely heavy on it, like your bed. I don't know. It's whatever you want to do with it, but you just want to weigh it down a lot. You don't want to just like put it in a book, put it away. You kind of want to put some pressure on it. I usually use, again, a large book, and then I just put a whole bunch of books on top. But yeah, so also, fair warning, if you're going to do this, it takes a couple months for them to actually become anything like these. So if you're not a patient person, this may not be the best thing for you, but if you are, good. And you can continue watching. But again, I picked a couple flowers, ones that I liked, ones that I think are going to work, and some that I don't think are going to work, like this giant hibiscus flower. Because again, I've tried pressing these and I just had no luck. I might end up trying to cut it in half and see if that can press, but I don't think it's going to work. And this thing is just putting pollen everywhere. Legit. It's like all over this paper now. But you're also going to need some paper. I think I definitely grabbed a little too much, but that's okay because I can just put it back. You want a couple sheets, especially if you're going to do something as large as a hibiscus flower. So as you can see, it's bigger than this piece of paper. You're going to need a couple sheets of paper just for this one flower, and you're going to need a really big book. I don't have a really big book except for my dictionary, which is downstairs, but I'm going to show you how to press a couple of these flowers, and then I'll show you the hibiscus last, just to kind of show you guys why this isn't such a good flower to press. Yeah, so we'll just put them over here, let them hang out. Can you even see them? No, you can kind of see the petals, but that's okay. Anyways, okay, so we're going to start with the small flowers that I have arranged here. So I'm going to grab one of my books. I have some very important books, so I don't want to ruin any of my important books. So we're going to try and see if we can find a book that I don't care too much about. We're going to go with dropping things. Okay, I think we're going to go with this book. It's the, what is this called? It's a bargain price. I don't even know how to say that. Of Ghosts and Hauntings. It's a thick book. As you can see, it's a really thick book. And you want a really thick book to do this. It's kind of heavy. So that's a good book to start with. Again, I use ones that I'm not too fond of. So if I do end up ruining it somehow, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to take one of these pieces of paper. Just take a nice sheet. Set those down. And you're going to fold it in half. Depending, if you're going to be doing something large like the leaves, you're going to have to do something different, but with these small flowers you're going to fold it in half and make it fit the book. So that, again, these are so that your book doesn't get ruined if your flower or leaf starts to mold. And if you're worried that anything's going to start molding, you may want to double up on the sheets, or a couple more than double up. I usually do 2 at a time just to have like a nice base to start with, and again, so that I don't have to worry too much if anything does mold. I can catch it. Like the last time I tried to press a hibiscus, it actually molded, and I had papers down so my book was not ruined. Okay, then you're going to just open these back up and you're going to place whatever flowers you want to press on them. I'm going to do these ones first just because they're the simpler of the group. As you can see, this stem is very thin and it's easy to just push down. So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to push down and it's going to bend a little bit so then you can have an easy setting for your start. I'm going to try to focus you guys again. Okay, so I'm just going to stick both of these in the paper face up. Again, push that stem down just to kind of give it a bent base. And as you can see, I can fit more than these two flowers on here, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these flowers right in the upper corner. And then I'm going to take this flower, which if you look here, this one has a thicker base than the other two. So this one's going to be a little harder to press just because I can't bend it. What you want to do with these is make sure that you want to cut as far down as you can to that giant base, and when you press the flower, if you put enough weight on these, this is why you need weight, this will go bloop. So yeah, and we're going to cut the rest of that stem off. There we go. So that's completely cut all the way off, and there's completely no stem on there anymore. So I'm going to lay that to the side because obviously with these flowers you can't lay them flat like these two are. So you're going to have to kind of lay it to the side. So that may mess up your flower if you want it to be completely flat pressed. It's not going to happen, so you're going to kind of have to deal with a possible crooked flower, but I'm going to show you guys a couple flowers that I did that I kind of liked. But yeah, so now we're going to show you this one. This one is extremely hard to press. So if you get these kind of flowers with the large stems, you can press them like this so that they're kind of sideways and you'll still be able to see the stem. But a lot of times that's kind of difficult when you're pressing a flower. You can't really control what happens when it's in the book, so things can go wrong. So I'm going to try and lay it down to the side, press it a little bit. There's a bug. Just going to get rid of that. And that's also something with these, that you'll get bugs just because they're flowers. I tried washing them, but again, that can cause molding. So you may just want to leave these for a couple days until, and the bugs will eventually die. But again, I'm just going to press this down just to make it a little more stable. And now we have this flower. And I'm going to bring it up close for you guys to see. These ones are really pretty purple flowers. I have pink on the mind because of those. But they're really, really small. And as you can see, they come with this giant stem part. So I'm just going to press it sideways, like so. And I'm going to try and see if I can get these flowers to, do something. I've never actually pressed this before. So we're trying some new things here. Okay, so again, I still have more room on this, so I'm just going to also press this one with these guys. And yeah, so those, I'm going to fix my paper. And we have actually one more that I will be able to fit on here, which this one's a little weird. Again, I haven't pressed this one before, but it comes off of a tree. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but they're pretty weird. They're like little fur. I don't know. I find them really weird, but I want to press one and see what happens. But as you can see, they're really, really pink at the bottom. White at the bottom, pink at the top. Jumbling up my words today. But yeah, so we're going to just press this one in this corner. And again, I'm just going to lay it sideways, let it press like that. So then we're going to close this. Now, when you close it, you want to make sure all your flowers do the right thing. I'm going to kind of press them down just to make sure. But again, I'm going to check as well just to make sure that all of them are pressing down the way I want them to. And they are, so yay. Now we're going to take our book. I'm going to try and find the middle, which is the best thing you can do, especially with a large book, is find the middle so that there's even pressure on either side. Now you don't want to do what I just did, which is fling it sideways, because now your flowers are probably all squished together. And Yes, I was right. So you want to just gonna fix those if that happened to you. Again, you're gonna have some bugs, but that's okay. They're gonna eventually die. Whether you kill them by hand or you don't. But anyways, so we're gonna press those now. Now that they're pretty and nice and neat. Now I'm gonna actually take this downstairs and press it. Okay, so I don't want to actually press that entire flower. So I'm just gonna press a petal, which I pulled off. And we're just doing the same thing. 2 pieces of paper, folded together, and then we're gonna just stick the petal in here. As you can see, since I've had it clipped for a while, it's kind of bowing, but we're just gonna use our hand, keep that down. We're gonna come over here and grab our book that we pressed the others in, and I'm gonna go a couple pages before the other flowers, and we're gonna close the book harshly, and then we're gonna just kind of jam it in there like the other ones. Okay, now that you have all these pressed and put together in this book, you want to go put it flat down like this. You don't want to turn it to the side because, just like you saw before, your flowers are going to all fall down and get all jumbled together. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so I'm going to go take you to see the dictionary so that I can put those leaves in the dictionary to be able to press. But again, this is going to take a couple months before you see any progress with pressing these petals and flowers and leaves, but you want to check on them quite frequently to make sure that they're not molding. If they're molding, take them out, throw them away right away. You're not going to be able to save them. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a little something from this video. Stay tuned for my video on how to make a picture with these pressed flowers and or leaves. And yeah, so peace!